Hi everyone, welcome back. This is week 66 of my social isolation Get Ready With Me's. This is going to be the final Pride rainbow look, I believe, and for that I'm going to be using the Viseart Editorial Brights palette. Some more good news with vaccinations. This coming week, on Wednesday I believe, I'm going to be able to book my second shot. It was previously scheduled for September 15th, but Ontario's been able to roll out faster shots for people, the second dose, so I am super pumped. I'm also really excited because they've said that pretty soon they'll be coming out with all kinds of like new regulations and restrictions for what people with full vaccinations can do, and I'm just super eager to see that because I want to know exactly what I can and cannot do. Man, it finally feels like there's some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, right? Like, I'm excited. Although I think I heard today that there's some shortage on the Pfizer one and that you should just go get whichever shot is available to you, which is fine by me. I've never understood this like name dropping of the brand of vaccine that we're getting. But the weirdness is that my dad went to go get his second shot and he got turned down to get Pfizer, I think no, his first shot was Pfizer. And then he wanted to go get Moderna because that's what they had available. And apparently the pharmacist or wherever the heck he was said absolutely not. They weren't going to do it. Which I was like, that goes contrary to everything that we've been told. It's like, just get whatever second shot you can get done. Anyway, I don't really care what I'm getting as a second shot. Just give it to me already. Oh, do you notice my nails? How cute are these? I copied Jane's tutorial, cosmetic proof from several years ago. I loved it so much. Hers ended up being a little bit more vibrant and mine's a little bit more subdued, but freaking in love with it. Okay, so Viseart Editorial Brights palette. I pulled this one out because I think it's been a while since I played with it, and all the other rainbow palettes that I were looking at didn't have a pink in it. Now I don't really like pink, but I almost always avoid rainbow looks with a pink in it, so I thought, okay, challenge yourself, use some pink. So we're gonna start with the pink today, and that is the shade over here, obviously. And we're gonna put that through the crease. I honestly always feel like a true rainbow look never uses pink, but you know, I'm honestly starting to run out of ideas for rainbow eyeshadow looks because I do them pretty frequently every year around Pride. And if you can hear that, that's a cat in a litter box. They always start to do this when I'm filming. So yeah, I'm kind of running out of ideas. I'll scour Instagram every now and then, or just honestly, I'll go to Google and be like, Pride looks or whatever, and just try to look at different combinations that people do. But I mean, there's only so many interpretations of a rainbow that you can do. The one thing I haven't done is incorporate pink, so that's what we're doing today. We're currently in the midst of trying to get, I hope it's a refund for our flight to Norway and Sweden in September. Long story short, we rebooked it from September 2020 to September 2021. I don't really want to travel right now between everything that's still going on with COVID. Not all the countries are up to speed with all their shots. We certainly aren't yet here in Canada. But also the fact that Nemo is not the healthy. I mean, he's fine right now, don't get me wrong. He might be stage 3 kidney disease, but he's doing good. But I don't know what the world is going to be like for him in September, and I don't really want to travel when he's not feeling good, especially if we're both gone. Like, if it's David just staying at home while I'm gone somewhere, that's fine, but for us to both be gone, we'd have to check him into a cat hotel because I don't think our cat sitter could come every day and give him fluids too, and that would be probably very expensive to do at the cat hotel because we'd be taking them to the vet essentially. So I just don't want to be away when he's not doing well, so I'd rather just cancel this trip. They might end up giving us a credit, but who knows. And we spent an unbelievable amount of time trying to get in touch with Expedia yesterday. It was hours. They had a call back, so after 90 minutes they called me back. I explained the situation, trying to get the refund. The guy put me on hold to go find out if that was what was true based on what Iceland Air's website said, because it said that within 3 years you could have travel credit. He put me on hold, came back, and somehow he muted me and could not hear me. So for the next 25 minutes, he kept coming back on the line going, hello, 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 and I was like, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go absolutely batshit insane because I've been on hold for so bloody long already, and now he can't hear me. And I tried everything. I tried the speakerphone, I tried a different headset, I tried just using the phone normally, and everything would not work with him. And of course I called my husband afterwards to like make sure my phone worked, and sure enough, it's not my end. The stupid butthead at Expedia had muted me and he couldn't figure it out. Anyway, my husband ended up having to call, and he went through the whole rigmarole, and in the end Expedia told us that they're emailing Iceland Air to find out if they can do this. It sounds like total hogwash. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's move on with this. I'm going in with the purple here, and I'm putting that on the outer corner. We're gonna do another wraparound rainbow look here, so I'm gonna take pink, purple, blue, green, and then wrap around the rest of the rainbow here. You know, despite my dislike of pink, it really does make a nice crease color if you want something a little bit different other than a brown there. So yeah, I'm itching to travel, but I'm also not very comfortable or feel safe right now to do so. I spent so long in the last year hating people too. Like, that sounds ridiculous, but I've been so angry and so annoyed at all the people that just doing whatever the heck they want when the world is unsafe, that I also don't really want to run into people now. And that's not to say I'm going to recognize anybody in Norway. It's just saying, like, I almost want to stay away from people right now because it doesn't feel normal to see others, if that makes sense. All right, next color, I'm going to go in with the darker blue in this palette here. I'm going to use a flat brush for this, and then just layer that beside the purple. So yeah, hopefully we get our money refunded. I'm still not convinced that that's going to happen because, I mean, these airlines need to retain their customers too, because, I mean, I want to be able to travel at some point, and I hope these airlines are still around. Although I had a horrifying realization when I was looking at Iceland Air's baggage policy. They've always been a relatively cheap airline, so you don't get meals on board. You always have to pay for baggage. So I don't know if this was changed recently, but when I last flew to Iceland, I think our luggage was like $50 for each bag, each way. High, yes, but not exorbitant. They've since changed the baggage policy, and I almost hope that this was a fever dream and I misread this completely. It's changed to $126 per bag each way. Are you kidding me? That is so much money. So I read that, closed the website because I was just shocked and horrified. I hope I read it wrong because that seems disgustingly high. Holy crap. Like, please just roll that into the airline price. Like, I would rather pay upfront for all of that as opposed to suddenly realizing I need to pay an additional $300 for luggage. Because I'm sorry, I don't care how light you travel. Maybe this is a me thing. I can't go to Europe for 2 weeks with carry-on. It's not happening. So yeah, that was a bit bracing yesterday. I hope that's wrong. I hope that policy changes. I figure they're just trying to recoup money because they're not getting a lot of airline traffic right now, but oh my God. Oh my friggin' God. Okay, I'm gonna worry about blending that out later on. I just want to keep going with the color here. So I'm gonna take the other side of this flat brush and go into the green. And that's going right on the inner third. It's been a long time since I've used this palette. They feel very dry. And I don't know if I just never noticed before or if the powder's actually dried out quite a bit. I like the colors, don't get me wrong, but this is like 100 Canadian, maybe it's 120 Canadian. I don't think it's worth that price tag. You can get matte eyeshadows from a lot of brands without having to pay that kind of money. I don't regret the purchase, but I can definitely find this quality or better in a cheaper price point for sure. Okay, moving on to the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with the yellow. Okay, I was gonna do the lower lash line next, but that line between the pink and the blue is really starting to bother me. So I'm gonna take a tiny brush and go in with the blue and then just try to blend that into the pink up here. It's a little bit better. Maybe I should take the pink though. I'm trying to blend that in there. I don't want to do too much fiddling here because pink is never gonna blend into green. It's just not gonna happen. But I don't want the colors to look too disjointed. Honestly, it's probably okay because with my hooded eyes, this all just drops on top. You don't see it anyway. It's only really in like super close-up shots that I notice like all the problems. From far away, no one really catches any of these errors, but when you get in there close for like a macro shot of your eye, you're like, oh my God, I have no talent whatsoever. There's like blending problems and gaps and stuff, but when I'm just looking with my normal eyes, everything always looks normal. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm gonna do orange and red to finish off the rainbow, but I'm gonna start with my liners first because I'm gonna do like half and half. So I'm gonna put orange liner on the inner half of the eye. And this is the NYX Off Tropic Pro Liner in the shade Mimosa Orange. And then for the red, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Fine Wine liner. And then taking a pencil brush, dipping into the orange. And then into the red. And then to tie this all sort of in together, because the pink is a little bit too high here, I'm gonna pull the pink down till it matches the red, just as a little bit of a haze. So I'm using a fluffier brush and dipping in lightly, and then just kind of dragging that down there. I don't want too much, I just want a light haze. Okay, brow bone highlight shade. Now, usual stuff here, just using my Wet n Wild Brulee line eyeshadow. And I want to add these little stars that I have. These are by Lit Cosmetics. They have improperly spelled your. Drives me nuts. And they are just little silver holographic reflective glitters. So just taking some Too Faced glitter glue and popping that on the very inner corner here. Not much, because I'm just going to be putting one star each. And then I lick the end of a Q-tip and put my star on the end because I could just dip it in that way. And then pop it right on the center. And because I can't help myself, and I always feel like it does really help to emphasize my lashes and make a look really stand out more, I am going to add some wing liner with my Physicians Formula Eye Booster. Okay, I've got my lashes and mascara on. I just put a fresh pair of my favorite lashes by Tarte on. They're the GTL lashes / Go-To lashes, which is what GTL stands for. They're amazing. I love them so much. Let's keep going with the face though. Last week I thought my face looked a little bit too pasty and like mask-like because the foundation was the right color, but it just seemed a little bit too opaque for summer. So I'm trying something new again. I'm going to try to mix my Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation in the shade 51, I think it's the light vanilla one. Yep. With the Boots No. 7 Instant Radiance Foundation in the shade Cool Ivory. And hopefully these are going to give me a little bit less of a mask type look on my face. Because I don't mind a full coverage foundation, but in the summer, it doesn't look quite right. It just looks like, I don't know, it makes me think of snow, which I love snow and that's fine, but in the summertime, it doesn't look right. Okay, so I've got two very different colors mixed together. Let's see how this one goes. Individually, I love both of these foundations because they're quite radiant and a little bit translucent. They're more like I guess they're medium coverage, light to medium coverage foundations. I'm hoping this is gonna work out this time. I think that matches. Please guys, if you ever notice my foundation doesn't match, tell me. I know people think it's like offensive to correct people on their foundation colors, I guess, but like, good grief, I would rather know. I'm not very good at matching them, and any help I can get in that department, I appreciate it. So I'm just taking the side of my sponge here to put the foundation next to my eyeshadow, because obviously I don't want to cover it, but I kind of want to meld into it. I'm trying to think what else has been going on. I've been really bad about exercise. I started playing the World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Classic expansion, and that basically killed my exercise routine. So that's not been good, so I'm trying to get back on track with that. But like with anything, when you stop doing something for a while, getting back on board is so difficult. And even though I've been way less active during COVID than I was before COVID, I'd still maintain some kind of routine. I at least ran like maybe once a week at the best of time. It's been 3 weeks since I've run. Okay, I'm not even proud of it, so I'm trying to fix that. I was thinking that getting the first vaccine would motivate, like the first shot would motivate me to work out more. Yeah, no, it's not done that. I'm like, okay, well, at some point we're going to be going back to the office here. I got to get back into like my regular routine, you know, of like running and weightlifting. I cannot wait to weightlift again. Good heavens, I love that so much. I don't know when gyms are opening back up though. My friend Corey in Ottawa mentioned that there's a YMCA that closed in downtown Ottawa, which surprised me because I thought the YMCA was quite a steady gym. I go to the Y here in Toronto. I haven't heard of ours closing here, but it's the big one in Toronto, like the Metro Central one. Hopefully that's not getting shut down. I've been going to the Y since I was very young. Like my dad used to bring me when he would work out, and we were like infants nearly. And then when I was in my late teens, I would go to the YMCA downtown Ottawa to work out on my own. And then when I moved to Toronto, I just started going to the Y here. They've never tried to scam me. I think that's part of the reason why I like them so much. They are more of a family-focused gym, but they've also never tried to scam me. If I've canceled my membership or taken a break at any point in time, I've never gotten charged. You know what I mean? Like during COVID, when everything was happening, they were like, you can cancel your membership or put it on hold right now, and we won't charge you for however long that you want until you feel comfortable coming back to the gym. And I know the gyms are closed right now, but I haven't had an issue. I put it on hold back in like March of 2020, and I've not been charged since, which is fantastic. Okay, foundation is on. I don't think it looks like a mask. We're gonna go in with bronzer. I'm using the Too Faced Sweetie Pie bronzer. Love the look of this thing. Usual things here. I'm also very curious to see what happens with workplace reentry in terms of people that are not vaccinated. Immunocompromised people, I understand. Can't get the vaccine. Totally in support. You know, you need, if you are immunocompromised, you need the rest of us to get vaccinated so that we can protect you. Fully support, understand. The people that are just choosing not to get vaccinated because they don't believe in it, or it's not, you know, what they think is safe. I don't want to be around these people. I don't want anything to do with them. And I don't want to be in the office with people who just decided not to get the vaccine because they did some Facebook research. So I've heard multiple people say that employers can't force you to get the vaccine. And that might be true, but I certainly hope it's not. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. We actually have a nationwide corporate call on, I think it's June 30th, so next week, to discuss re-entry into the workplace, and I'm curious if they're going to mention anything like that. Okay, so for cheeks, I'm going to try something new. I'm also going to use this on the lips because it is a cheek and lip multi-stick. This is by Quo. It is the Sunrise color, which is this bright, beautiful coral orange. And I'm just going to take this on a duo fiber brush and dot it onto my cheeks. I'm not getting a ton of color that way. Okay, I was trying to be careful because I didn't know how much color was going to come off. Okay, now I got more. Let's see. Okay, both sides. Tap it out. Now I've gone too far. Oh, that's a nice color. That's too much product, but that's a really nice color. So first, because I've gotten cat hair now on my face too. Great, come on. I'm going to dot this out first, and then I'm going to go back over it with my foundation sponge because this is too much color. Just gonna blend this out first. I probably could have gone with a pink because that's what's going on up there, but I didn't want to focus too much on pink. Okay, too much color on my cheeks, going back in with my foundation sponge, and I'm just literally putting it over top because that'll take the color down quite a bit. Yeah, nice. A lot more natural looking now, right? And then for highlighter, I want to go in with my Mars Melter by Kaleidos. I picked this up when Angelica Nyqvist launched her palette, and I've only used it like once, but it's gorgeous. So let's go in with that. I'm also so excited to go back to the office so I can start wearing makeup every day. Like, yes, I could wear it at home, but I don't want to because I don't see the point. But I loved going into the office and wearing something new every day. It was just fun. And it's so unfortunate that this color is really not showing up that well. This is a like hot neon pink red. It's really pretty in person. I miss using like a different palette every single day of the week and coming up with like exciting and fun makeup looks, because I go to the office wearing pretty much wherever I want, and people would comment on it and they would say, hey, I like your makeup today, or something like that, and it just gave me a boost. Okay, so that's face done. I'm gonna do my eyebrows, come back, and we'll do the lips with that multi-stick again. Okay, brows done. Back in with the Quo multi-stick. I think I'm just gonna take it on my finger and put it on like this. Oh, that's pretty. I was just gonna say, I don't normally wear multi-sticks like this because I feel like they should just be for the cheeks. But this color is actually quite pretty. It's subtle because I've got foundation already on my lips. I kind of like the color together. Yeah, that's kind of fun. I actually really like it that way. I've tried multi-sticks before on the lips and just not really liked it. This one's quite nice. All right, so that is the finished look. You know, I really need to stop shit talking pink so much because it actually does work out really nicely. It's a bit of a different rainbow for me. It doesn't just look like, you know, the flag behind me or my shirt, but I do like how this one came out. And I'm just noticing now that I had some of this balm on my teeth. That's like an eternal paranoia I have while filming, is getting lipstick on my teeth, because I cannot stand watching videos of people that have lipstick on their teeth. I know it happens by accident. No one intentionally puts lipstick on their teeth, but it drives me bonkers when I'm watching somebody and there's lipstick on their teeth. So let me just blot that out. All right, so that is it for week 66. I hope you enjoyed the look. Happy Pride Month. I think this would have been the official Pride week in Toronto if everything hadn't been canceled. So that's 2 prides in a row now that I haven't been able to celebrate, and it's really unfortunate because it's one of my favorite times in Toronto. Just the city becomes so much fun in the gay village, which is where I live, and I just really miss it. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye.